Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben. In today's video we are going to do a tour of our allotment. So let's get started and see what's growing and what's not growing. So we're down here on the allotment and today it's forecast as heavy rain here in Sheffield. Fingers crossed it stays dry while I film this tour video and not get my camera wet. But yeah, we've got flood warnings here in Sheffield, so fingers crossed it doesn't get to that stage, but we've got a storm coming, so we'll have to get this filmed and get back off home and safe and sound and dry. So let's have a look around. So we are at the big front of our plot. If you can hear the wind, it's really windy today. Like I said, we've got a storm coming, so fingers crossed you can still hear me okay. So at the front of my plot, all my bulbs are starting to come through. We planted them a year ago and they looked absolutely fantastic last year. So fingers crossed they'll look even better this year. But we'll see what the display is like in the springtime. So yeah, we've got lots popping through. It's going to look great. So all my shrubberies are looking nice. They're all staying healthy. But yeah, we've got lots of bulbs coming through. Look at all them. So fingers crossed. It looks amazing come the springtime. So there's not much in my allotment at the moment as it is January, so there won't be much growing. But we've still got some bulbs coming down this edge. Down here I've planted absolutely loads of bulbs this year along my pathways to make it look bright. As springtime there's not much growing, so we need to do as much as possible to make it look attractive in the springtime and attract those bees to the plot. So yeah, my pear tree, that still needs pruning. We're not doing that until springtime, and my bird feeders need filling again. They're being hungry, them birds. Down this side is where all my rhubarb is. As you can see, it's starting to pop through now, which is a good sign that spring is on its way. We'll be giving them some food soon and getting them fed for the year. So I need to clear all that rubbish away and get it all ship shape. But yeah, my apple tree's being pruned back. I did that end of last year, got all that pruned back, ready for this year's growth. So apparently Gardening with Ben has been doing up his shed. Let's see if he's in to have a look around. Anybody in? Hello there. Sorry you can't come in yet, we're still renovating our shed. You'll have to subscribe to the videos on YouTube to stay up to date and see what it looks like once it's done. There's no looking yet. Right then, we best continue with the tour, and the wind is picking up now, so hopefully we'll get round. So yep, all this side is all prepared and ready for growing. Fingers crossed I'm going to get some onions in here and get growing some onions. As you can see, it's pretty waterlogged at the moment, so hopefully it all dries out. And yet again, I've got more bulbs all the way down in front of my shed, and we have some down this side as well, down the side of my plot. And as you can see, they're all starting to pop through nicely. I still need to paint all my fence, but there's no point doing it until the weather improves and all the wood dries out so that the paint can soak in. So as you'll have seen in the previous video, all my picket fence had fell down, but we've got that all back up now and it's looking fantastic. It's still standing for once. There's old bulbs inside here, they're not popping through yet. They were planted a bit later, so fingers crossed them ones come through. And we've got some bulbs in what are coming through on this side. So yeah, it's going to look absolutely fantastic in the springtime. So all my strawberries, they're all growing nicely. They're all settled in the beds, ready for this year's crops. They will be netted over come the summertime to stop the birds from eating them. Yeah. Recently I planted some rose bushes, which I got in the bargain aisle at B&Q, and these are all planted down this side. Fingers crossed I'm going to be planting geraniums as well down this side, as I've started all them off from seed and they're sprutting nicely. So we're going to have absolutely loads of flowers down the sides of my plots to make it look attractive. And as you can see, it's pretty much bare at the moment. I've taken out all my beds. They're going to go back in an orderly fashion and get all my paths laid back down and repaint all my beds to make it look nice. But we've got until at least May time before we start planting out in this area, so we've got plenty of time to get it all ready. And I'll show you at the top of my plot where I were doing the new area, show you how that's looking. All the pansies are growing nicely, not many flowers on them, but yeah. And I planted absolutely hundreds of bulbs in this area, in this nice new rockery area that I've created, and they are all growing nicely. So I can't wait to see what they'll look like. There's lots of hyacinths as well in this area, so they'll look beautiful. So yeah, it's all coming along pretty good. I do like my skull feature. But yeah, that's my plot at the moment. As you can see, pretty much bare, but it's looking great at the moment. Nice and clear, ahead of time. That's the thing, start early, prepare it and get it all ready for the year ahead, as it soon gets amongst you and you have to soon push on. And now we're inside the polytunnel. I'm just showing you some of the cuttings that I took. Fingers crossed they all start to take. This was my lavender. I am growing some more from seed, which I'm going to see if they germinate. I'm going to try my new method of growing them in a Tupperware box, starting them off and then planting them on. But hopefully some of these take and we'll get some more lavender plants on the plot. And these are some of the cuttings I took from my geraniums, what I grew last year from seed. We'll see if they come, but if not, like I said, I'm growing a lot more from seed, so we'll see if they get on. We've even got a flower still on that one. Look at that. So yeah, we're cracking on. The weather is obviously putting us off certain jobs, but we're doing the shed at the moment. So that has been a little tour of my plot and how I'm getting on at the moment. Like I said, there's not much growing out in the plot at the moment, so there's not that much to show you, but it's just to show you how I'm getting on through January, as obviously January is a busy time for preparing and getting it all ready. If you're watching it on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all my videos. If you're watching it on Facebook, subscribe to my channel, Gardening with Ben. Obviously the videos are a lot easier to find than in a feed on Facebook, so make sure you subscribe and click that bell as well to stay updated, and it tells you when I post a new video and you'll be the first to watch it, as I always upload to YouTube first before sharing them on Facebook. Feel free to like the video, share it and leave a comment in the box below so that I know that you've watched it and I can always respond to you. I always like seeing nice comments, not the nasty ones. We don't get nasty ones, but yeah, I love seeing all the comments and replying back to you all when I can. So as always, remember, keep gardening.